Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me to introduce myself. My name is Muhati and my partner is Nordiana. And here we will present about my reviewers journal that will start from my partner's Nordiana. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Melati. And now I will present my article that I got from Google Scholar. If you want to check my article, is this article the index Scopus or not, you can search with title Assessment and Evaluation in Higher Education. Okay, you can see the title of my article is Improve Graduate Employability Skills and Engagement Study through Group Video Assessment. Okay, scroll down, please. Okay, you can see this article is published. Okay, scroll up ke atas tadi yang publish. Okay, this article is published online on 4 April 2021, and the title is Enhancing Creativity Skill and Students Engagement Through Group Video Assessment. Okay, scroll down. Okay, you can see the abstract of my article is, okay, the abstract. The abstract is universities are under increasing pressure to equip graduates with a broader set of competencies such as communication, teamwork, and leadership skill that go beyond subject-specific knowledge. All down. Introduction. Okay. The introduction is besides subject-specific skill, universities are under increasing pressure to equip graduates with broader transferable and digital skills that are high value by employees. Scroll down, please. Okay, for the next is assessment context. Okay, stop. Okay, please stop. For the assessment context, stop please. Scroll up. Kelebihan, Mel. Ke atas lagi yang assessment context tadi. Ini sudah metodologi and data. Ya, stop di assessment context dulu. Kita bahas tentang assessment context. Okay, the assessment was designed to evaluate students' ability to understand and analyze and convey information in a meaningful and interesting way, and to collaborate effectively as part of a team. Okay, scroll down. For the next is methodology and data. Scroll down, methodology and data. Okay, for the methodology and data, please scroll up lagi ke atas kelebihan di bagian methodology and data. Ke bawah lagi, Mel. Maksudnya ke atas lagi, ke atas. Ya, stop. Okay, for the methodology and data, following approval from the University of Surrey, data on student perception were collected from 3 sources. The first is a survey based on a focus group session, and the second is a group survey conduct after the focus group session, and the last is response draw from the module evaluation questionnaire. Okay, there are methodology and data, and the next is analysis and findings or data analysis. Okay, for the data analysis, ke bawah lagi Mel, kelebihan, ke atas lagi maksudnya yang data analisis tadi, kelebihan scroll down. Ya, ke bawah, ke atas lagi sebelum tabel. Ya, stop. Okay, for the data analysis or berdasarkan group based result, group video assessment, student perception of their learning experience. In terms of learning experience, that means score report based on the focus group sample is 6 out of 10. Okay, scroll down. Okay, for the alternative methods, okay, ke bawah lagi Mel. Kelebihan. Maksudnya ke atas lagi ya. Ke atas lagi, masih ketutupan tulisannya. Okay, for the next is alternative methods of assessment students' perception of assessment variety. Okay, we also survey students about their preference regarding the range of assessment methods employed by the School of Economics, that is, whether that would prefer a variety of methods used or one or two methods. Okay, scroll down. Okay, you can see that is the data analysis individual based finding. We also design and collected information on an individual basis as part of the module's evaluation. The question asks students to state their level of disagreement with the following. Okay, scroll down. Okay, you can see the further discussion for teaching practice. Okay, here we focus on what the successfully aspects and the key implementation challenge of the video group assessment. Okay, scroll down. Scroll down, please. Okay, habis ya. So the last is conclusion of my article. The study investigated perception of a TOEFL group video assignment for this sample of undergraduate economics student in a UK university. Okay, I will summarize my article. The title is Improve Graduate Employability Skills and Engagement Study Through Group Video Assessment. And is my article related with my course, that is English Assessment Development. Of course, my article is related with our course because my article is explained about assessment. So I think my article is related because there are have some explanation about assessment. Okay. The next is research objective of my article. Research objective of my article is to aim to measure student perception of their learning experience and skill development through video group assessment, as well as whether and to what extent students value diversity in assessment methods. And the next is efforts media. To achieve these research goals and with ethical approval, uh, the students or the researcher were surveyed both in groups and individually, resulting into complementary sample. We designed a questionnaire to collect information about student perception of the video assessment experience and their perception of alternative assessment methods, multiple choice question, essay, exercise, and written group work. Okay, for the object of this research in this article is economics student at the University of Surrey in Greece. And for the subject is Panagiotis Arsenia, Miguel Presby, and Dimitra Petrovoulou. This is the name of the researcher. Okay, for the methodology and data of this article is quantitative with questionnaire, and for the last is conclusion of our result in this article is the study investigate the perception of a new group video assignment for the first sample of undergraduate economic students at UK universities, despite the challenge implementing such assessment required for educators and learners. The study reports overall positive feedback from students, in particular group video courses, positively contribute to student learning experience as they develop important competencies such as communication in teamwork. Okay, everybody, maybe that's all my explanation. Do you have any question, Melati, with my explanation about my article?
No, I think enough about your
Melati?
explanation about the journal.
Oke, bisa lebih jelas lagi?
Maybe nothing, because I think that's
Okay, maybe
enough.
Okay, this clear ya. Okay, maybe that's all my presentation. I hope you get my point of my explanation. For the next presentation is can presenting by my partner. Melati, time is yours.
And it's my turn to show you about my review journal. Maybe SMS like Nordiana's journal that you can check in the Scopus, that assessment and evaluation in higher education. And here about my title journals, what I took from the assessment and evaluation higher education is a four-dimensional conceptual framework for student assessment literacy in holistic competency development. And then, as you can see here, this journal has published online at 10 June 2020. And then, here are the keyword about this journal in the side of the abstract. And the keyword is assessment literacy, holistic competencies, generic skills, conceptual framework. And here about the abstract. As many universities worldwide have incorporated holistic competency development into their course goals, developing assessment literacy in these competencies is placed high on the agenda. And then here about the introduction. The introduction from the journal is holistic competency is an umbrella term from 4 different types of generic skill, e.g. communication, teamwork, and creativity. And then the positive values and attitudes IG Considerations and Respect, Chen et al. 2017-8 and Chan 2019. These competencies can potentially be applied to a wide range of disciplines, to different workplaces, and to any other context. And then to enhance the effectiveness of assessment, it is important that stakeholders such as teachers and students are assessment literate, i.e. obtain the level of knowledge, skill, and understanding of assessment participles and practice. Tyler 29, page 24, in terms of holistic competency development. And then the student assessment literacy contributes to transforming the assessment structure in higher education, which consider assessment as the unidirectional and places students at the passive end. Ajri et al. 2018. And then this the last part of the introduction. This study explores student assessment, literacy in holistic competencies, guided by Smith et al. 20 and 13. Validate multi-dimensions of student assessment literacy. The findings will be subsequently used as a base for discussion towards a new framework of student assessment literacy in holistic competencies, which highlights components specific to holistic competency assessment and values student critical judgment. And here about the student assessment literacy. Studies from exactly under student assessment literacy are scant, mostly researching how to enhance student assessment literacy via intervention, e.g. Smith et al. 20 and 13, Dilly and Bouville 20 and 17, Dorsigi and Brahman 20 and 19. There are more studies investigating the student role in assessment that do not borrow the concept of assessment literacy, such as theoretical discussion on empowering student and assessment. Francis 20 and H. O. Donovan, Price and Rice 2008. Student perception of different types of assessment. Struiven, Duchy and Janssens 2005. Pereira, Nicholson and Flores 2017. Flores et al. 2020. And student experience in assessment, Udonovan, Price and Rice 2001, Udonovan 2019. And then this is about the holistic competency assessment in higher education. In the holistic competency assessment in the higher education, the nature of holistic competencies requires further elaboration before any productive discussion about their assessment can take place. Holistic competencies are known to be widely transferable and yet also nebulous, apart from a plethora of similar terms used, e.g. transferable skills, generic skill, graduate attributes, and there is a lack of standardized list of what these competencies exactly include. Margensen's 1994. And then the current study. As you can see here, the current study, the research question are, first, to what extent is Smith et al. To 2013 conceptualization of student assessment literacy applicable to assessing holistic competencies. And the second one is what constitutes student assessment literacy in holistic competency development. And then the explanation is, in the first research question, we seek to understand students' assessment literacy in holistic competencies by Boring-Smith et al. 2013 conceptualization of student assessment literacy in 3 dimensions by comparing to fine-tuning and expanding on Smith et al. 2013 original model. These findings will serve as a base for discussion of a new conceptualization that embraces assessment literacy in holistic competencies, i.e. the second research question. Such a discussion would also serve as a critical scrutiny of Smith et al. 2013 previous model to allow for renewed understandings. And then the methodology. Considering the limited amount of research on this topic, the study is framed as an exploratory study which aims to facilitate the conceptualization of students' assessment literacy in holistic competencies instead of providing conclusive answers or generalizing results. And here, on the below, data collection and participants 122. For the focus group interviews, the research designed some general guiding questions around holistic competency assessment, which covered the 3 dimensions in Smith et al.'s framework 2030. And then convenience and purposive maximal sampling were adopted to select participants. And then here about the data analysis, the interview audio recording were all first transcribed verbatim and then went through directed content analysis. Hsieh and Shannon, 2005. And then based on the 3 dimensions of student assessment literacy rises by Smith et al. 2030, 3 predetermined coding categories were identified. The predetermined categories are first, student understandings of assessment purposes. Second one, students' awareness of assessment process, and the third, students' judgment of assessment. And the findings, data show that while Smith et al.'s model contributes to interpreting student assessment literacy in holistic competencies, it is not sufficient to capture some of the nuances and complexities involved in assessing these competencies. And what follows, we elaborate on this finding with student responses to the 3 dimension in Smith et al. Model. Maybe we can skip this, and now we next into the conclusion. And the concluding remarks, since the emergence of the student assessment literacy concept, we tend to expect students to be literate in all the assessment we prepare for them, often in the name of enabling students to take control of their own development process. However, not only do such expectations overlook students' critical agency, it also cannot be applied to more complicated assessment contexts, such as holistic competency development. Yet, it is not our intention to decry past conceptualizations of student assessment literacy. These studies have made significant contributions to eye-catching students' enhancement, which used to be solely in the teacher's hand. And therefore, we define student assessment literacy in holistic competencies as student knowledge of the rules surrounding assessment and holistic competency development, their attitude to appreciate and engage in holistic competency development and assessment, their action toward assessment tasks and feedback to monitor or further their development, and their ability to critique the assessment and feedback provide the agent holistic competencies. And the last one is the new conceptualization of student assessment literacy and holistic competencies incorporates features specific to holistic competency development and further highlights student critical adjustment with assessment and understands learners as active agents who exercise discretions in holistic competency assessment. The study provides a number of theoretical and practical implications, and we expect the rewards framework to be further corroborated and validated in the near future. Okay, maybe that's all about my explanation about the reviews journal, and thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.